What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. So I'm out with the Simplex Plus with the new update, the 2.76. I haven't updated to the 2.77, but you can see I got some holes dug here. Gonna answer a few questions that some people were asking. Could I really tell the difference in depth unless I went over the same place I detected at? So I wanted to do a little demonstration on fresh buried coins, and the reason why I'm doing it this way is just so you can see the real measurements of the hole. If I did it in my test garden, someone would say, oh, how do we know it's that deep or that deep, you know? And then also, you know, if coin that's been in the ground for a while, your detector hit better on that coin than it would on a fresh buried coin. And so in this demonstration, I'm going to show you that the difference between part 1 and part 2. And if it hits these targets, you know definitely it'll hit a coin that's been in the ground for a while, if you believe in the halo effect. So let me show you what I got here. And I got my tape measure right there. Right here, it's a dime. You can see it's a clad dime, freshly buried. Just a clad dime, no silver. And I don't want you to see that the tape measure is straight, and you can determine how deep that is. I know it's let's turn it this way, right at 7 inches. As you can see, it's not bent, but it's at 7 inches. Right here, it's a 7-inch quarter right there. Right here, it's a 9-inch dime right there. Try to get it level, as you can see. Quarter right there. And then we have a super deep quarter here, as you can see. It's right at 11 inches, 10 inches. So we got a 10-inch hole, 9-inch hole, 9-inch hole, 7-inch hole, and a 7-inch hole. And then also I got my Anfibio out here because the guy was also asking, is this the deepest detector on the market? I don't know. I have no idea if it's the deepest detector on the market. He asked me, do I hit deep targets consistently with the Anfibio? If it's there and my detector sees it, it'll hit it. The way I have my detector set up, I believe in my dirt. In my dirt, it will hit 13, 14 inches. And I'm going to show you that. And we got dry dirt right now, no rain. So you can see the clumps. You can see how dry that dirt is. And here's the hole here, right there. I'm going to put that quarter in there in that hole and show you that my Anfibio with my settings would hit that target. It'll hit that quarter. And that's a 13-inch hole, probably 14-inch hole right there. I'll let you see the measurement also. So we're gonna start out, and I already ground balanced and everything, but I'm gonna put it in. That's part 1, and I'm gonna put this dime in that hole right there, in this harsh, raggedy dirt we have here. We need some rain, clumps and all. As you can see, putting everything in there. Stomp it down. And this is part 1, or part 2. The original part mode that was on here before the update. You see it struggles a little bit at that depth. and it's a normal swing. I'm not trying to swing it fast. Now we're going to switch over to Park 1, which is the new updated Park version. No problem. With the VDI, steady VDI. People say you don't get any stable VDI. Well, you're seeing it right there. And that's on a fresh dug coin just put in the ground. Now, if I switch it in field mode, which I usually do if it's a deep target, to get clarification, no problem. Park 1, Park 2. So you can see there is a difference. You do gain a little more depth in the new Park mode, Park 1, than you do in Park 2, which is the original Park mode. Now we're going to do this quarter. It's 7 inches right there, clumps and all, harsh dirt. Let you see it. I want to do this in my test garden, but I wanted you to see the depth so no one can say, oh, how do we know it's really that deep? You know, that's why I'm doing it this way, and also showing that if it hit coins that are freshly buried, it'll definitely hit coins that's been in the ground for a while, if you believe in that halo effect, which I believe coins hit better once they're in the ground for a long time than they do freshly buried coins. We're going to start out in Park 2. You see it, you get a little pop. You look at that depth meter. It's letting me know it's a deep target, but I am getting a VDI. As you can see, I would investigate that target. That's just me. Now I'm going to switch it over to Park 1. Look at there, no problem. No problem. There's the VDI. Steady VDI. Right there. Okay. Here we go. 9-inch hole. Let you see the measurement again. As you can see, no bend. There it is right there. Try to get it level as the ground as I can. There's that dime. Right there. Put all this harsh dirt back in there. Look at them clumps. That's how dry this ground is. 9 inches. Let me stomp it down so you guys can see. Right there. My screen is dirty. It's just got dusty. Let me try to wipe it off so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. Here we go. Part 2. Not getting anything. Got a little chirp. Nothing. Let's go to Part 1. Look at that. Right there. That's a 9-inch dime right there. Probably a little deeper than 9 inches, but it's hitting it on a fresh buried coin. A fresh buried coin, it's hitting that. Here's a 9-inch quarter. Right there. So you can see you do gain a lot more depth than you do. Look at that big old clump. I'm going to put it in there anyway. You do gain a lot more depth than you do in Park 2. Okay, here we go. We're going to switch it over to Park 1. 9-inch quarter. You see Park 1 can hit that. Park 2. You can see I am in Park 2. And let's switch over to Park 1. You see it switched over. Look at that. And I'm not even swinging fast. Just a regular swing. I know some people do these tests and they try to swing it all like this and stuff. You know, I mean, that's ridiculous, you know. But you can see, if I'm scrubbing that ground, it's hitting, and there's the VDI. For those who dig by numbers, I don't dig by numbers, I dig by tones. The reason why I show it in my videos is because a lot of you guys want to see it in the videos, you know, the tones, you know. Oh, trying to get off that clump. And here's that 10-inch quarter right there in this harsh dirt, freshly buried coins in them clumps. I mean, it's just some dry, harsh dirt right here, you know. Get much of it back in there as I can. I'm gonna close that up. It's 10, almost 11-inch quarter right here. I'm gonna stump it down so you guys can see. Let's switch over to Park 2. It's giving me an iron, no VDI, nothing, which I expected that. Now let's go over to Park 1. Look at there. Look at there. Look at the VDI. Steady VDI. Look at that, it's jumpy, it's a little jumpy. But if you're digging by tones, I'm gonna dig that target right there. And let's switch back over to Park 1, or Park 2, original park mode. You can see what it's getting me. It's trying to hit it. It's trying to hit it. That's letting me know that's a deep target. Now let's switch over to Park 1. Right there, guys. Right there. And you can see it's getting a little chattery, you know. And I'm right next to my cell phone, and you can see. But I get a little chatter in Park 1. But I can deal with the chatter because I know note to macro detectors are high gain detectors, so I can deal with the chatter. I know some people want it to be as quiet as a church house mouse, but it's just not going to happen with most detectors, especially high gain detectors. And as you can see, I'm by a big tower right there, you know, towers right there, you know. I'm not getting very much EMI, and you can see my cell phone is right next to the screen. Even in Park 2, it's quiet. Look at there. And let's switch over to field mode, and it's quiet. Now, if I turn my pin pointer on, I'm gonna go back to Park 2. I get chatter, but whenever I get that, I just move my detector away from it. It's some iron right there. And see my detector's right there. I can still reach and get it if I need it. And then, see, that's all you have to do is just move around, you know. But I know a lot of people want to complain and you know, say negative stuff about chatter and this and that. I mean, it's crazy, man, how some people just go on, you know, in groups and just talk trash about certain detectors. And, you know, I got, you know, friends that, you know, use Mind Labs, Garrett's, you know, Deuses. And when we hunt, man, there's no, oh, I wouldn't use that detector. I ain't gonna use that. Oh, that's garbage detector. No, we compare signals, and say, oh, it hit that signal real good, or it didn't hit that signal real good. But we don't bash each other. You know what? I mean, why is all the bashing got to be in it? I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's just some people, I don't let it, get to me like, when I first started, I don't let it get to me, but, it is what it is, Now, I wanted to show this guy here, my Anfibio, and I'm going to turn it on. And a lot of people ask for my settings, and this is one reason, several reasons why I don't give my exact settings. Because if I was to do that and my settings don't work in that dirt and their dirt, you know what they're going to do? They're going to go in a group that says, oh, his settings are garbage. His settings don't work. His settings don't do this and do that. That's why I don't give my exact settings. That's why in my other video that I posted about the Anfibio using my 5-tone, or actually just the Anfibio period, I give you base settings and then you customize those settings according to your ground conditions. My Anfibio is adjusted and set to my ground conditions. Now, I know the way my Anfibio is set up, the way I have it set up, it will hit deep targets in 5-tone. I like 5-tone. But I have, basic settings that I will go off of in my 3-tone, 4-tone. I don't use 99-tone much, and I use my deep mode, and I don't use cache. I don't use the gen mode, and then my 2-tone is just, it's just like deep mode, So he asked me, how often do I hit deep targets? Well, as often as my detector runs across it, I guess. I don't really go by depth. I'm trying to be conservative, about what's acceptable to me on depth. Am I content with digging targets that are 9-10 inches deep consistently? Yeah, I'm good with that. I am good with that. But if I so happen to run across a deep target that's deeper than 10, 11 inches, yeah, I want that target too. But I'm consistent. I'm content with my Anfibio digging 9-10 inch targets all day long. I don't want to dig 13, 14, 15 inch holes all day. I mean, some people might, but I don't. That's just my opinion and my preference. Now, let me show you how deep this hole is. As you can see, it's down there. No bend. You can see there's no bend in that. And you can see it's right about 14 inches. No bend in that. And I'm trying to get it as level to the ground as I can so you can see it's right at 14 inches. And the way I have my Anfibio set up, it's going to hit a freshly buried coin at 14 inches. Right there. Look at all that just dust. Just dusty. Right there. There it is. Let me turn my Anfibio on. And let me stomp that down. You guys can see. Alright. I'm in my 5-tone program right there. Let me ground balance and move stuff out of the way. Ooh, I'm in 99 tone. There it is. Look at that. Look at the VDI. $14 inches freshly dug coin. VDI jump down. little iron grunt. And that's on a freshly buried coin. And that's a deep target. I dig by tone. As I circle that target, I'm starting to see it really starting to pick that quarter up. Right there. That's my Anfibio, my go-to machine right there. Now, will other detectors hit that 14-inch freshly buried coin? Probably so. I don't know. I just know my Anfibio will. And will it do that in other dirts? I don't know. I don't know. That remains to be seen. But as long as it's doing it in my dirt, and as long as it's hitting 9, 10 inches targets consistently, you know, if it swing over it and that target's there and I hear it, I'm gonna dig it. So I hope that was helpful to you guys. The ones that were asking how deep will the Anfibio get, and on part 1 and part 2 on how you do gain more depth. Some people are saying there's no difference in depth, or they were saying how do you know if you gain more depth unless you go over the same spots? That's why I wanted to do it in a freshly buried area. Freshly buried area, so you can see the depth. No one can say, how do we know it's that deep, and all that. So that's the video. Hope that was helpful for some of you guys. And with that, hello world. See you on the next hunt.